going to hit you with some more broad topic type of questions here in a second. But since Manny Diaz and Rhet Lashlee just addressed the media, I'm curious to get your insight into what they had to say.
Yeah, Mark, they addressed a lot of interesting news. Straight off the bat, I mean, you have to go with the number one, jersey for the Miami Hurricanes, who is obviously our number one player in D'Eriq King. Everyone was, kind of worried what would happen to him, his progress throughout this offseason. And Rhet Lashlee and Manny Diaz pretty much came out and said that he is way ahead of pace. It looks like he's going to be throwing with the receivers in May, June, or July. From everything I've heard, I mean, he's already off crutches. He's walking pretty normal, slight limp at the most. And it's going to be very exciting to see D'Eriq King, back in that Hurricane uniform, especially week 1 against Alabama, as long as everything goes well during practice. So D'Eriq King coming back is obviously a big thing. He did mention that Will Mallory and Nesta Severo, which are 2 key guys, one on the offense and one on the defense side of the ball, will not be in spring practice throughout the spring due to shoulder injuries for both of them. But we did get some good news. Al Blades did officially get cleared. And obviously Cane fans that have been, following the program for the past couple of weeks, him being cleared along with a talented Avante Williams, who was not able to play last season, is 2 bright spots for a cornerback secondary position that we've been lacking for a while.
Yeah, there's no question that was a sore spot last year, and to get those 2 names back in the lineup, one of them experienced, one of them coming out of the high school ranks as a number 1 or 2 prospect at safety is good news. No question about that. So we're just maybe about a week away from spring practice. So as you look at this football team, what piques your interest in regards to whether those are certain positional units, certain players, storylines that you're looking at?
Yeah, Mark, I think, right off the bat, spring practice is on Monday. So we're right around the corner from things happening very quickly for the Miami Hurricanes. And I think the one word that I'm probably going to say a lot throughout this show is going to be competition. And I think that's something that the Miami Hurricanes have not had in a very long time. When you look back to our program, when we were at the top, it wasn't who we played against. It was who we were up against in practice every single day. And I think for the Miami Hurricanes to get back where they need to be, it has to start on Greentree. And in order to do that, you have to create legit competition, not just have guys, with their last name on the back and just fillers. I want to see depth get slowly created like we did in the old days, going straight to the running back position, right? We have 5 blue chip recruits coming in for this 2021 roster for the Miami Hurricanes, just in the running back position alone. And I know some people, they were a little afraid or timid about a newcomer in Thad Franklin, what his thoughts may be with the addition of Cody Brown, who originally was committed to Tennessee, who is from the Georgia area. And now you look at this running back depth. With the situation that happened last year, you have 1 senior in Cam Harris, and all the other running backs on this roster are still freshmen. That includes a Jalen Knighton and a Don Chaney, who got a pretty good reps last year, and you saw some great things from both of them, especially Don Chaney. So, I mean, we're starting to create that depth, from back in the day where you had the Clinton Portises, the Willis McGahees, Frank Gore, Quadrim Hill, Jared Payton, Najee Davenport. I mean, if you want Miami to get back, you have to create those depths, and a wide receiver is another position, right? You look at this roster, and I think what's very unique about this team this year is we have a lot of guys that came back this year. 91% of our returning production is coming back for this football team this season, and that's huge for Miami because that's something that we're not really used to. And I think when you look at this football team, most of the players on this team are not really star players. They haven't been proven yet. There's a lot of guys who are in their 3rd or 4th year who still have to prove themselves in order to get drafted where they want. And then you have a lot of young guys, whether it be incoming freshmen or guys who barely played last year as a freshman, that want to step up and be that next guy. I mean, I think one name to look for, especially on offense, Mark, is going to be Keyshawn Smith out of California.